double dragon humor all over the place, and I'm just not well equipped enough in order to do it. All right, Kai'Sa and Maokai going to be the lock-ins here. A flex between the Poppy and the Maokai, I guess, as Garen is just locked in. Dudu is like, if at first you don't succeed, Garen again! And so we're going to have our our second Garen ever in the LCK. Once again, wielded by Dudu into Cassante. And I lose a lot, but that's because I don't believe in myself just that little bit enough, right? And if Dudu does, there is no stopping him. As I am so excited about these drafts. Let's get into it.
Basically start off a fight as soon as humanly possible, otherwise you're going to get poked out once you get to the mid to late game.
Whoa, that's a, this could be the acceleration they're looking for as the Ignite goes down. Andal doesn't have Aftershock anymore, so is taking a lot of extra damage as he does walk away, but the Void Seeker not going to land.
We just
I'll continue trying to be a professional. Yeah, as best I can.
It's okay.
We'll see how that goes.
We've been working together for 3.5 years. I know what I'm getting myself.
You know the extent of professionalism that I can get to.
The high standards. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, the standards. You know where it is. As Grub's going to go down. All right, Karis is going to find an Emperor's Divide onto Bulldog. Twisted Advance is really nice. Here from Polo as he's burning. The last tick not going to be enough. That's why you drink your potions. And the Dragon does make it out. Has to use everything and very recently teleported as well.
Really like this as the hook.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Envy going to get caught out just a little bit there as Polu does go over the hook, but now Andal's the one that's in trouble. The flash forward, the Void Seeker lands this time, and Envy gets first blood in the bottom lane. Bull, not a whole lot he can do here in this game. As another Bramble Smash does come on through. Let's see what Envy can get done here as the Dragon's just going to get dodged. And now Andal realizes that he's just going to have to try and keep Bull alive. He will maybe succeed as Envy does supercharge his way out of there, but it's another kill for the bros, and Envy is 1 kill away from a killing spree at 8.5 minutes. Pure position around objectives utilizing saplings is now we've got a cease and desist into this mid lane. Karis has to flash and does do so in order to get himself out of dodge. Also able to offer a little bit of damage back there, but Bro just getting to work on this second Dragon of the game. We'll have to see what the soul is going to be. It's going to be a Cloud Soul, the best, most pivotal Drake of the game.
This is 1v2 and your wave is crashing, so he gets a Knight for now, but I don't even know if that's worth. Although, actually, with them getting the Dragon this fast, Gideon makes his way over towards the top side of the map, so the counter punch of getting the next set of Kevins also denied here by Breon, who are playing this early game out really, really nicely.
Yeah, I think turret damage and being able to amplify it going to be something that they can work out. A supercharger forward here from Envy. He's zapping this little Dragon who is just not big enough just yet. Now he's underneath the turret. One more auto, and that is going to get him. Moon flies by, but doesn't actually do anything, and it's just a solo kill. There's the killing spree we were talking about. He just doesn't look like he understands what to do. But in these moments, generally he's pretty good, unless you cast a curse him, because right now he's taking infinite damage. Great ultimate though. Gideon just pushes the Vi away, and now Andil gonna get thrown back. Gideon wants even more, and Karis is the one that locks down another kill on the Nautilus. How does Envy keep getting away with this?
They do have the ultimate here for Bulldog. Maybe that's enough to turn it, but I don't know if you want to go for this Kwangdong.
Well, they do manage to interrupt the Keeper's verdict as Gideon is going to put up the Steadfast Presence. Man, Andal takes so much damage. There's the fast to advance. They want to take down the Nautilus, and it wasn't too difficult, but he managed to get the ult off. There's the ulti onto the Kai'Sa as well, and now Kwangdong Freaks are coming back. Morgan wants to get this fight happening against Bulldog, though, who does have to flash to get himself out of the way. Another dash over the wall, and Morgan will be safe, but that'll be the Drake going to Kwangdong Freaks, and they win that fight we were talking about.
Pivotal moment here for Kwangdong. That could have been the backbreaker had they gone down.
They've discovered what winning feels like again. As Morgan, he might have a look into that as well as he goes all out against Dudu. But the Ignite is down. Envy finds the Void Seeker. Morgan almost dies. Man, that could have been a disaster if they went 1-for-1. But instead, Envy grabs his 4th kill. And they are going to teleport for it as well. Morgan going to make his way in. They are committed to this. We'll see whether they do get the turn working out as there's the Nature's Grasp. Polu, oh, he does just see the Nautilus run away.
Got it.
Immediate explosion. The Baron is going to come down. Cuz now at 50%. Bulldog just trying to breathe on them, but look at this front line. Morgan just kind of massive. The flash hook just not going to quite get there because of the flash out from Envy. And now Bro are just trying to complete the heist. They're telling their driver, we need to get out of here. Bull's at full health though. There's the flash forward. They blow up Cuz, but he is not the optimal target here. Morgan now taking a lot of damage, and Dudu pretty dangerous as well as Envy's frontlining. Of course he is. Bulldog now down to about 100 health. The heroic charge from Gideon is exactly that to lock down the kill on the Nautilus. And now Bulldog and Dudu have to get the heck out of there.
They tried so hard. Oh!
Okay. And even the
Teleport.
greenhouses as well, like, ooh, that was very cute.
They get the Nash.
Is it
with Flap. I feel like he should be able to get away, but no, he's still chasing.
Dear, the little dragon, and there is the Arise and the Sand Soldiers. Where have they been? Because this is so proactive. It's great play. Cease and Desist comes on into the backline. Emperor's Divide, though, going to land onto 2. They're going to have to deal with this turret that is really getting some work done, but now Cuz just explodes. Envy has hit critical mass. And yes, there's a depth charge, but I don't think Envy even really noticed that it was going to happen. The Dragons are both still alive, and Bro are limping right now, as Bulldog does manage to deter them from pushing any further. Line their pockets a little more with some of this standing gold. And the Keeper's Verdict going to come down. It does send away the Nautilus one more time, and that is going to be enough to get rid of them. This is another beautiful thing about having this Maokai. It's the fact that you can just walk up to a turret and press the Nature's Grass button, as Cuz also pressing some buttons. Hook going to connect, but onto the Cassante. Didn't really want that one. As now Dudu looking for that flank angle. Mum yells, but she's barely even noticed.
Damage!
It's just not really there. The Poppy, also another target you're not really allowed to hit. Cease and Desist into the backline as Kara says, just get out of here, Cuz. The Dragon's gonna go down as well. Dudu is spinning, but he ain't winning. He's able to get the Kai'Sa though. There's at least that, but it's just gonna be at the cost of the video game. Bro, triple kill for the Cassante. And they're just gonna march up the mid lane and win game 1, much like they did only a few days prior.
The struggle for Kwangdong has not gotten better, as Brion, with a great game, proactive early game, solid draft that allows them to play to their strength. Continued levels of proactivity, the likes of which we have not seen, Atlas.
This is unprecedented here today. And if you have a match differential that is marred by 2 losses to Bro that nobody else has suffered, your chances of making that late rush towards playoffs gets even harder.
Atlas, this team was 1 series away from making playoffs in summer.
Based on, competitively and things like that, I'm sure she's just fine in solo queue. She always has been. But we'll just have to see how Bull is going to go, because not a whole lot of mobility. He can run real quick, but getting scooped up by an Azir and running fast enough to get out of the way of a depth charge that's coming at you could be really difficult, as Gideon locks away a Xin Zhao as well. Another thing that Misfortune does not like very much. I think it could certainly be a little bit dangerous, but I think Kwangdong Freaks are a team that love taking a few risks in the draft and in the mid lane.
With first strike rider being taken here, the expectation is that Bull's probably going to go for a lethality build. It should be better this time around. No Poppy on the enemy team. Instead, it's on your team this time.
Yeah.
Do think playing against Alistair can obviously be somewhat frustrating, but you can follow up so well. One of the main issues that I've had with a lot of Xin Zhao comps is that he is then designated as one of the main initiators, which he just doesn't do well at all. So you gotta be a little bit respectful of the early Poppy damage.
Yeah, cuz.
Oh
no.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's just make sure we're not in the shop, Morgan. Make sure we're not in the shop. There's the Vault Breaker. Morgan is just gonna push Cuz away. Picks up the Buckler as well. The Steadfast Presence is going to run him away. So that's going to delay the Poppy a little bit longer.
All he needs to do is stay alive. We do see the...
Ow, okay. Dudu going to have to Ghost. And I think if Morgan had a flash there, he may have just been able to pick up that kill, as Andel's now being lit on fire. Flap, 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 and Envy's looking for it. They flash forward. There's the flash from Envy as well, as he picks up first blood. Gets into the brush as well, sneezes on Bull, and does end up going down. The 1-for-1, though, kind of working out here for Kwangdong Freaks, because Bull gets to stand his ground.
His Aftershock up, then it's not really going to make for the best of trades. All
right, level 6 has been hit here, and Dudu's going to go all out. Not a lot of mana here on Morgan, who's just trying to walk his way out of here. Does not want to invest the flash. Meanwhile, Polo in trouble towards the bottom lane, and Cuz gets in there for a great gank. And I think Gideon had just started off the Drake instead of being there to try and help out with the gank or anything like that.
As they make their way into the pit.
Well, there is Cuz having to flash away. Good hook placement there from Polo as Bro just moved back towards this second Drake of the game.
They know about Bulldog.
Yeah, he's on vision, but Andil also able to get in there with a massive pulverized Polo. Now trying to get out of there. Cease and desist doing a fair bit of work as Emperor's Divide going to be thrown down. The Dragon doesn't do too much as the Drake is secured by Bull. Not sure about that one as now Envy is able to flap and fly away, but Bull has got a flash and he follows him, and that is going to be another kill for the Misfortune. Misfortune kind of the aim of the game here for Bro as that team fight did not work at all. And all right, now Andil going to throw down the headbutt pulverize, but now Gideon and Polo are making their way in. Andil could get punished for this one. He does have an unbreakable will, but does he have an unbreakable health bar? And I think the answer is probably no. There's the heroic charge, and Morgan's the one that picks it up, as he does have a secondary portion of damage from that Q. I'm going to assume 0.
Oh, the ultimate!
Oh, there it is from off screen. The Keeper's Verdict really making things work.
Early.
As the Dragon is very, very far away, but he's now back. Because, of course, this Drake taking a lot of time as there is a flash headbutt. Envy going to move all the way in. Cuz now pushes him back. Flap is going to be there, but it's not going to keep him alive. Karis trying to get the work done. It's another Dragon fight. Successful for the Kwangdong Freaks. And despite Karis getting out of there, they're not going to be able to stop Soul Point going over to KDF, and they'll also take down that Poppy. We mentioned, can he kill the Poppy? Well, right now, he absolutely can. Well, Envy...
They really want this outer. And Rion is not letting them have it. Maybe they should have, although...
That's a hook. Don't know about that one. It's only a knock-up onto Polo, though, as there's the bullet time. Doesn't really do too much. As Morgan's teleported in, wants to be able to find Dudu here, but not going to get an angle for the heroic charge. So double teleports coming out for both of our top laners, who turn up just to see that the party is over. Sometimes that happens, you know.
Just show up on time.
Come over, like, everyone's still here, it's going to be great. And they're like, oh, but it's late. Nah, man, just come over. And then when you get there, you're just there ready for the cleanup.
No, Atlas, there's no such thing as fashionably late. Just show up on time.
Envy not finding too many of these sneezes. We're ticking over towards 24 minutes into this game as Cuz takes about 0 damage from Morgan.
Hey, Nick Rookern, baby.
Oh, it's working. As a hook not quite going to be there, as there's the cease and desist onto Karis in the backline. Envy now trying to keep himself safe, but Cuz is right on top of him. He cannot flap anymore, and the little Dragon does go down, and now Bro are just being decimated. There goes Bulldog. He's just going to fly over the top, and he's going to grab so many of these kills. Only Bull goes down in the fight, and Kwangdong Freaks, they could take Baron, they could also break the base, they can do whatever they like. Well, they
got it. The wave is coming.
I'm sure they will have a ward. Well, there's a flash, and now Bull, he could be in trouble. Audacious Charge comes in, Mom yells, and Karis is taking so much damage. So they've managed to take down the Misfortune, but at what cost, ladies and gentlemen? Because Envy, I don't think he can flap hard enough to get out of the way of a Cassante, and that is absolutely true. And Dudu's going to deal with him now underneath the turret. The pulverize onto 3 is gorgeous, as Andil finding some redemption, although not actually able to have any follow-up. And so therefore, Kwangdong Freaks will let them live for at least the moment. So a lot of people dead, mainly just 80 carries, and in fact, just 80 carries. Well, mid-prior is gone, but if you just don't care about your base and your turrets and stuff, they do have priority around this Elder.
The Hail Mary, 10k gold down. Can they make it happen?
Well, there's a steadfast presence. That is going to deny Cuz as he makes his way in. Mum gets aggressive. That's a great pulverize into the backline, but the follow-up, not quite there. Now Dudu's going to turn up, and oh my goodness, the entire sky just fell down on top of Bro. Morgan's going to get breathed on as it's a triple kill for Bull. And Karis, he's trying to flip this one, and it's just not going to work. Envy's going to be taken down. We'll have to settle for the Quadra as Bull collects that. Bulldog collects that kill. Bull has the Quadra under his belt, and now he's going to have a dead Nexus under his belt as well.
Kwangdong strike back in game number 2. Much cleaner game than the last one. They dial back the scaling just a bit, making sure that they have a bot lane with pressure. And Bull and Andil, really the big standouts for me in this one. Bulldog He's just he's just the guy. He's just in the back. He's living his best life. No one's threatening him because there is an NF that needs to be taken down. So those first couple of skirmishes are going to be absolutely pivotal. I wouldn't mind a draft that leans into that a little bit more. I also wonder who's going to get POG. I feel like you can make a really good argument for many people on the Kwangdong side.
Yeah, I think Ezreal Karma makes a lot of sense.
Karma.
And Bro kind of just ran headfirst into this. I'm pretty disappointed that they did decide to lock this in. Just feels very default, doesn't feel very planned.
Well, it does feel planned, but it's the plan that you made before new information was there, and instead of being like, I should adapt my plan, you're like, no, we made this plan. But you can change it, but they don't.
No.
Like the bot lane matchup here, a lot of power for Cuz. Feels like the angle for Kwangdong to sweep them off their feet is here, but otherwise, bro, if they can get a 2-0 in this extended week Atlas, will be absolutely pivotal for keeping those playoff dreams alive.
Absolutely, and you can sense that there's some D+ players that are looking on to see whether Bro can do it. But it is now time to jump onto the Rift.
Wonder if Cuz is gonna get invaded. I really have been loving these invades that people have been doing to Vi specifically. Wouldn't have minded here either, because Sejuani Aatrox level 1 absolutely dunks.
As this game goes on, we do have a slight lead when it comes to CS and things around the map. As Infernal Chain's going to connect onto Dudu here. Morgan finding a few of these Qs, but he's going to have to catch the wave that is crashing into his turret. So we'll have to let the Cassante be for the moment. Gideon on a ward. Karis moving over as well. Does spot out that Cuz is now in the brush. Gets punched for it. As Andil not going to be able to snare Gideon. And he is going to realize that there is, in fact, some information in his jungle. We'll clear that one out for himself. Bull not pressing his E button as Cuz moves down as well. Vault Breaker comes in and Envy manages to get the inside track as now Cuz could be in trouble. Bulldog's moved over, but Karis is here too. Emperor's Divide comes down as Envy in a decent position was looking for that kill on a Cuz, but now may have overstepped. Karis has to flash, and he might also just be dead as Bull just grabs onto him. Polu able to get out of there with the grand entrance, but it's Bulldog that just sails over the wall and grabs the kill. Kwangdong Freaks, 2-0 to start this one off. And this Drake finally going to get a look in. Gideon going to move on over. We'll spot the Cuz is doing it, but Andil's going to have the first roam as now Bull, Arcane Shift out of the grand entrance. Envy now looking for some damage here as Cuz taking a lot as well. Cuz having the inside track, but there's the Drake as well. Still, Karis locks it down. Gideon going to be able to grab the Dragon. Emperor's Divide goes wide, but they do get a lot more. Now Andil, he's going to have to run back. Very split on the fight at Kwangdong Freaks.
I don't know, this champion is crazy. I don't trust it, especially if you're a jungler.
Oh, Bulldog doesn't have flash, and there is the Glacial Prison as well. Still, Cuz trying to offer something back, and they trade mid laners as Andil will get the snare. Oh, good block there from Gideon to save Polu. Vault Breaker would have done a lot more damage to the Rakan. Stands in front. He's a big boy. Okay, now Worldender has come down, and so is the All Out. I think Dudu probably just picks this one up. Let's see what he can do underneath the turret. The flash has to be used just to get Morgan out of dodge. All summoner spells invested outside of Morgan's teleport, and maybe that tells a bit of a story here as Dudu teleports back and then capitalizes. Getting that one item feels fantastic. Wants the Mirror Mana to really feel strong. 2 item spike, pretty huge. As Polu going to get the quickness down as now Envy. Can he actually kill the Ezreal is the question. He's still burning. Polu taking a lot of damage as well. There's the flash in from Cuz as Cease and Assist comes down. Envy, he tries to flash on top of Bull, but it does not work. And the Sand Soldiers are there. Oh no, he just walks into it. Now Cuz going to be pushed underneath the turret, and there's the flash ulti in from Gideon. Cuz going to get punished, and it's a double for the Azir.
Mid laner diff on that one. Karis sets up the roam. Bull, yes, they take down Envy, but he has nowhere to go. It's Sejuani on one side, Azir on the other. They do know, yeah, I was about to say, they do know Gideon is doing Dragon, right?
And he's still just doing Dragon.
Should probably back off here, although he has reinforcements.
Probably trying to get in there with the grand entrance. They are very tanky. Karis moving around as well. Doesn't have Emperor's Divide. These Sand Soldiers feeling a little bit scary here, and they are just going to secure the Drake.
With this ASOL, we are confident that we can win even in the later stage of the game because they have been evading A lot of plays just in favor.
Oh dear. Karis is a man on a mission today. He's finding everyone. Either a flash or a kill every time he's used the ult. And Bulldog now over the wall. Kwangdong Freaks gonna get that regroup as True Shot Barrage just casually avoided here. As Cuz moving towards the back of the pit, we'll see what kind of angle he can find. Of course, Envy not really as much of a target as he wants to be, as Morgan will find a control ward here. Kwangdong Freaks still have to respect him. There's the Glacial Prison, as in goes Polu. He finds the backline, he gets on top of Bull, but he arcane shifts himself away. But Morgan, he does not care. He's ripping them to shreds because he got the dragon, and he's now looking to try and escape, so I guess maybe he can. Morgan will eventually be taken down as Bull, untouched in the back of the pit. He was just biding his time, but Envy eventually gets there. He's going to be able to lock down that kill. It just doesn't matter because Cuz came back in, and it's an ace for Kwangdong Freaks.
Is notoriously easy to just rack up deaths on.
Well, Morgan doesn't really want to fight Dudu here. Dudu really wants to fight him though, as we can see. Teleport to come in here from Karis as Dudu, I don't even think he was winning the 1v1, but he's definitely trying to get out of there now. As Cuz going to come on through. So
big win?
Yeah, kind of huge. You know,
yeah.
We've got 1.5 armor items. Maybe that's enough. As
Polu's
Polu's still on fire. Yeah, there is a Glacial Prison. They're going to look for Andel because he doesn't have a flash. Morgan going to be able to find the backline as well, as Bull has to get the heck out of there. The Ignite's ticking and boom goes the bot lane. So now 3 versus 4, but you can see the health bars of Kwangdong Freaks. They still want this Emperor's Divide. This time used beautifully. And MB's dead, so a lot of the consistent damage is now missing, and Bulldog is still here. He is so scary. Morgan trying to stand his ground. Look at this turn, though, as Bro are just going to get torn to shreds. The Aatrox's going to be taken out now. Karis is just getting breathed on. Oh, but just almost dies to the Comet. And it does make sense. We've got a very celestial dragon here, and he will be able to shift his way out of there. But that was basically a 3v4 for most of that, and Kwangdong Freaks handily won.
Get past this Vi, and now the flip side.
Yeah, Baron down to 50% health, but we're looking for the team fight here as Envy has to press the ultimate button, does so to dodge the dragon, and now they've realized who the true carry is, Chronicler, and Morgan has said that it's him. Bull taking a lot of damage, even the Cassante is struggling. Envy was free hitting, but now he's gonna get arcane shifted on. I don't know about that though, because Karis and Morgan are right there to pick it up.
She is bad, actually.
Yeah.
Not a real champion.
Oh, right, yeah, true. That kind of bad. Cuz going to have to try and deal with Morgan here as All Out does come through. Envy, that's a very aggressive Featherstorm, but maybe it's going to work out as Dudu takes a lot of damage. Cease and assist this time is going to connect, but now Morgan is a brick wall in that front line. Andel has to flash to get himself out of the way, and Bulldog trying to be the difference maker, but he gets skewered, and it's Gideon that locks down the kill in the end with the Winter's Wrath. Once again, Bulldog just a little bit too far forward.
Just barely not killing Polu.
Okay. Karis gonna go golden. Doesn't actually press the R button, and now Polu goes in, answers the Zhonya's. Somehow, the play works gorgeously. Karis is still gonna go down, but now they have a man advantage for the rest of the fight. My God! Morgan is a man possessed, and Envy is free hitting. They cannot get on top of this Xayah, who's just happily walking into melee range against this Cassante. And I think the pros may have done it. Back-to-back games this week against the Kwangdong Freaks. Yes, they've been 3-game series, but that's still 2 series in a row.
There's so much vision. Yeah, we see the pings come down. They're going to try and punish.
Well, Polu is going to be on vision. Teleport to come forward. If he wants to battle dance, he needs to be able to find a teammate. And yeah, he's going to be slow.
Wait! Gideon didn't get Drake!
Oh my, okay.
Oh no, Brion!
Guys.
Bro, no! Okay, bro, no! Poke needs to land.
Yeah.
That's why we're not really seeing a whole lot of that.
Also not seeing Dudu take damage as well. Singularity doesn't do a whole lot, but it is zoning as there's a Glacial Prison that is going to get the Mikhail's out from Andil. And there's the ulti. Envy actually going to use the Featherstorm just to make sure that health bar doesn't go down too low. Now he's going to be stepping forward. So is Bull once again. Straight into some Sand Soldiers. Baron is up again. And all right, in goes Polu, but Bull this time is able to arcane shift backwards. That worked out a whole lot better than the forwards version that he went for previously. Because now Karis gonna go golden. Singularity comes in. Dudu changes position, and now Morgan gets into the backline. They thought they caught him, but they brought the Grim Reaper to the backline. Bro, just mop it up. That's gonna be game. Oh no! Look at those shaky hands. It's my boy. He lived! He's through all of that! I mean, if you're Aatrox and you can press a button on 4 champions, you're probably gonna be okay. Do you feel bad? No, you don't. Because the Lord, look at him, 36,000 damage. When the boom boom damage vote is the Lord Morgan, you giveth the POG.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation. Today we are joined by Envy and Morgan after their victory up against Kwangdong Freaks. How do you feel, guys? Envy first? Yeah, I mean, I am very relieved that we won today. I think today, but my performance left so much to be desired, so I really gotta work harder in order to, get rid of those mistakes and issues and come back stronger. What about you, Morgan? I don't really I mean, yeah, of course we have to work harder to play cleaner next time, but I think this is a great start to the second round, so I'm really happy with the result today. Now, Bro is on a 2-match winning streak up against Kwangdong Freaks, and Edgar even mentioned that the top side players are getting even stronger whenever they get to play up against Kwangdong players. What do you think about that? Well, I think when it comes to us versus Kwangdong, we have a lot of good memories of taking them down. So I think it adds more confidence to our performance for sure. And yesterday, we were not able to play the scheduled match, so we had to play it today. So how are you feeling heading into the match that was rescheduled today? It didn't really happen to just us, all the team members, all the people working for the teams and all the coaching staff. Everyone had to, kind of stay prepared for the match happening today. So I think it's a team effort for sure. I have a question over to Envy. You played Kaisa into Smolder when Ashe and Ezreal were banned. I wonder if Kaisa Maokai Batyo was something you guys prepared earlier. We did prepare that duel, but also we were drafting around the top side, so we had to just kind of take what was available in the second phase. So we just wanted to secure the picks that can kind of just, do something for the team at least. And a bit of a shout out coming from Helios over to Envy as well. I also want to know about the itemization you chose with Kaisa. Well, even when Static was really OP, Static going to Nashers were really strong build for Kaisa, especially mid to the late game. And right now, Static is so cheap. So if you can purchase it, I think you should always just buy it, because right now it can give you so much value. And early on in that game, you guys were just crushing the bottom lane, and you even secured a solo kill up against the enemy AD carry. So let's take a look at this replay. I think this kind of proved why you guys decided to play Kaisa into Smolder. Do you think Kaisa has the edge over Smolder in terms of the lane matchup? So Smolder has some weaknesses and strengths, and this time, because we did a lot of experiments around Smolder, we were able to kind of punish the weakness of Smolder with our comp and strategy. Could you give us some hint about what makes Smolder weak? So it's not really good into unextended fights or a heads-on fight, because when it comes to Kaisa with a tech speed build and runes, she can't, Smolder can't really put up a same fight up against Kaisa, so we were able to kind of utilize that in that game.
헬리우스님? 그리고 1, 2세트 때는 아트록스가 좀 밴이
And Morgan, in game 1 and 2, Aatrox was banned, but game 3 it was let through. Do you think Aatrox is the best pick into K'Sante in the current meta?
물론 캐릭터마다 크나테를 상대할 수 있는 챔피언들은 되게
Well, I think it depends.
1, 2세트를 보면서 상대방
There's a lot of options, but it was pretty obvious that they prepared Assault into Azir, so I was pretty confident in the given matchup, Aatrox will be a big factor. So I was pretty vocal about securing that Aatrox pick when it's available. And I have another question about the Game 3 bottom duo. So far, Xayah Rakan was on a 9-game losing streak before game number 3. But why did you guys opt into Xayah Rakan bottom duo into Azure Karma? Well, to be honest, I think current meta comes down to what you actually get for the top side, you know? You have to get value peaks for the top side. So it's like bottom duo is more about, you know, just choosing what's left available. And we knew that Kwangdong prefers Azure Karma a lot. So, and I was pretty confident that I can just survive and get through lane with Xayah Rakan. So we just wanted to, hold on until we can hit the power spike and just get through lane without any accidents. Morgan, do you know how many kills happened in game 3?
30킬 넘었나요?
Over 30 kills? It was 45 kills in total. And that was the most kills that we have seen throughout the spring season. I think OK Saving Spank Brion was able to showcase the theme and the concept of your comp. And let's take a look at this replay where OK Saving Spank Bro players were able to kind of focus down onto the enemy ASOL. So on the edge of my vision, we could see that they were going for Baron. So I had a really nice flank ward. So I went in and we saw that they were trying to jump on top of Xayah. So we were able to kind of take the fight really well and turn it around. What was the focus point in that team fight? Focusing down on the ASOL maybe? Yeah, we were just like shouting, get soul, and we were good. So we all went in to take down the enemy mid laner with really high late game value, and we were able to win out that fight. And okay, bros, next matchup will be up against D plus Kia. This could be a little bit of a tougher fight, maybe. What is your resolution for that match?
저희가 진짜 지금 팀적으로든
Well, in fact, I think us as a team and also individual players are doing a great job together and stepping up so much. Our teamwork has become better. So I know it will not be an easy opponent, but as long as we can do our best and prepare the best, we will be able to display the best kind of outcome possible. I think the way we practice is not about like winning scrims. We really want to make sure that we can kind of improve ourselves and make our performance better. So D plus Kia is one of the stronger teams, but we will make sure to showcase the best performance possible. And this will be the end of the interview from NV Morgan, and back to the space. Thank you.